Right now, President Trump's en route to Florida to attend the opening of Alligator Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Is the idea that if some illegal immigrant escapes, they just get eaten by an alligator or a snake or something?
I guess that's the concept. This is not a nice business. I guess that's the concept. If snakes are fast, but alligators are, but we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay? If they escape prison, how to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%. Okay? Not a good thing.
Well, that's tough stuff. Joining us now is Border Czar Tom Homan. Tom, let me digress for a second. Yesterday on this program, Florida Congressman Carlos Jimenez said he wants you to focus on criminal migrants. He says South Florida needs the others, that is, non-violent criminal migrants, to stay and work. What do you say to that?
Well, if he's a member of Congress and fix the immigration system, I mean, that's his responsibility. ICE is enforcing laws enacted by Congress. They're not making this up. I mean, it's violation of federal law to enter this country illegally. It's illegal, to be here illegally is not okay. It's in violation of law, and ICE is simply out there arresting those who are in the country illegally. But let's get back to from day one, we've been concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats. That's what we're focusing on. But in the process of doing that, if we find somebody illegally in the United States that's not a criminal threat, well, they're going to be arrested and put in front of an immigration judge. That's what federal law requires. ICE isn't making this up. They're enforcing the law.
So you could go on a work raid, for example, an employment raid, and pick up people outside of Home Depot, take them away immediately, put them in the Alcatraz Everglades or whatever it's called, and that's okay? I think there might be a political backlash to that.
No, we are concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats, but then again, like I said, when we're out looking for the criminals, many times we find collaterals that, that are arrested because they're in sanctuary jurisdictions. Most of the collaterals are arrested in sanctuary jurisdictions, Stuart, because we're forced into the neighborhood. They don't give us access to a bad guy in the county jail. But I've said from day one, if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. I mean, it's not okay to enter this country illegally. It is a crime. It's not okay to knowingly hurt the illegal alien, because no one hires an illegal alien out of goodness of their heart. They hire them because they work them harder, pay them less, and undercut their competition who has U.S. citizen employees, and it drives down labor rates. So we're focusing on the worst of the worst, but if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. We're going to force the laws without apology. We need to send a message to the whole world. It's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's not okay to ignore a judge's order. Most of the non-criminals we're looking for, we have a final order removal issued by a federal immigration judge. If those orders don't mean anything, we don't execute, then what the hell are we doing? Just shut down immigration court doesn't mean anything anymore. Take the Border Patrol off the border, because the message we're sending to the whole world is, go ahead and enter the country illegally. It's a crime, but don't worry about it. As long as you don't commit another crime after being here, you're off the table. But that's not the message we got to send the whole world, because you'll never fix the system doing it that way.
There is an investigation, we understand, into AOC and a worker for AOC who may be an illegal migrant. And it is reported that she may have been advising this migrant how to avoid ICE. If this is accurate and it turns out to be true and she is employing an illegal, what will you do?
Well, look, I know that information came to ICE a few days ago. I know they're drilling down on it. I don't know the specifics of the case. It depends on what they discover. And is the person actually illegal in the United States? Are they here in DACA? Are they here in some sort of temporary protected status? I don't want to get ahead of the investigation, because a lot of times this information is bad once they drill down into it. So I'm not going to comment on that until ICE has a chance to dig down and find out exactly what the issue is.
Okay, Tom, the White House is calling out CNN and that ICE spotting app that shows agents' locations on a map. Watch this, please.
There's been a 500% increase in violence against ICE agents, law enforcement officers across the country who are just simply trying to do their jobs and remove public safety threats from our communities. And that's something we as Americans, including journalists at CNN who live in many of these cities where illegal aliens are hiding, certainly it's unacceptable that a major network would promote such an app that is encouraging violence against law enforcement officers who are trying to keep our country safe.
But Tom Homan, the question is, does that app interfere with deportations? And if so, what do you do about it?
Absolutely it does, and it angers me. Look, I've been doing this since 1984, Stuart. I've been doing this longer than anybody around here. And I just can't believe we're in a place where, you know, a TV network like CNN is talking about this app and educating people on the existence of this app. And ICE law enforcement officers, like I said earlier, they are concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats. This is a dangerous job. And this app is going to give the bad guy heads up that we're coming, which means more bad guys are going to escape arrest, which makes this country less safe, which is a public safety issue. And on top of that, it's only a matter of time for a bad guy, which is like someone who threw a Molotov cocktail at officers in LA, who the assaults against ICE officers up over 500%. It's a matter of time before someone uses that and ambushes ICE officers. This is something we cannot tolerate, we can't stand for, so we're calling them out, and I'm begging the Department of Justice to look into this and hold people accountable. This puts ICE officers at great risk. We're at a place in time where the Democrats are vilifying ICE as racist and Nazis. And on top of this app, I'm scared to death for the ICE officers who go out there every day, put their lives on the line. Something needs to be done. I'm begging DOJ to look in this, take some action.
Tom Homan, thank you very much for being on the show today. Hope we can come back again soon. Thank you, Tom.
All right, thank you.